Alright, I think there we are. We're getting live. On pause the music and swap us on over. What's going on, everyone? This is Trevor here, RSG for RSG OTC with my co-host Shawn, aka Ophidian. What is up, everyone? RSG OTC is off the cuff. For those who don't know, which means totally unrehearsed. Don't really look up much either. Actually, I do look up some stuff, but let me tell you right now, there really ain't nothing going on. So this is going to be an episode with just really stuff off of our heads. So this is episode 31. 31, wow, it's gone a while now.
Yeah.
All right, so, you know, I should have brought this thing up. I don't know why I didn't bring this thing up. Okay, that gives me a better idea of what's going on. So, anyways,
what's going on?
Yeah, exactly. So,
everything and nothing.
we have some. The main topics we're talking about is how Camel got pissed off. We'll hear about what a camel did to its owner, and Gran Turismo Sport. It's not going to be 7. It's going to be called Gran Turismo Sport coming out. So we'll talk about that and some past Gran Turismos, as well as some old stuff. We're going to get into some old stuff we used to play, have some fun with. I'll tell you, there's a lot of games we used to have fun with back in the day.
Yeah, sure.
I'm sure we could definitely bring up some discussion about that, and maybe some people will be joyed to join that discussion. All right, so let's get into. I guess we'll do our news segment first. Have you really had? I'll tell you. You know what? I'll add my own news in. This is my own news. This is my news, and it's nothing to do with anything that would affect anyone else. I went mountain biking today.
Yeah, I know. Right? That's good. Good for you.
Mountain biking today. He's knocking the mic around. Don't worry about that. You know. Anyways.
No, you don't have to tell him.
Yeah, but it just adds to the excitement. So anyways, I went mountain biking today. First time in my friend says we went biking like last summer, but it must have been like one time.
Yeah,
and that was
one time last summer that I know of.
Yeah, so that doesn't really count, dude. That was one time last summer.
You did it. I mean, it counts.
I guess, but I mean, in all seriousness, it's just, wow, that was horrible. Wow, you can hear us in that side. It's like an echo going on. I'm gonna go close that.
Okay, I'm closer.
Okay. Well, yeah.
The problem is every time I go in there, they try to give me strippers and cocaine, and.
Well, that's for after the show, and they have to understand that because that's our celebratory time.
Whatever, dude. I don't do drugs. Drugs are illegal.
Not in every place, okay?
I'm pretty sure cocaine is illegal everywhere.
No, Portugal. They decriminalized everything.
So. I think cocaine is illegal everywhere.
No.
Anybody who's ever done some cocaine is like, wow, this shit is really addicting. Call that guy back. That shit is illegal.
No. They decriminalized all the drugs like that, and you're still, wow.
Shut up, man. It's going to be fine.
Move it?
Stop worrying about it.
We're good.
I got a chair with big legs.
There.
So do you feel better now?
Yeah. Okay.
He was jealous. I was getting it on with the mic.
Exactly, you know.
He said, let me get on with the mic, too.
Yeah, exactly. So, anyways, yeah, so I went mountain biking. It was pretty enjoyable, and I'll tell you, having a nice mountain bike really is nice in the sense of not having to tune it up all the time. I mean, granted, I don't go that much, but you would imagine, you let stuff sit around. Typically just pumping up the tires and going. I know that's not how it would work with my Toys R Us bike I had back in the day. And also let's say hello to chat. Hello, chat. We haven't seen much go on yet, so it's good to have some chat going on. So hello, but basically, I found myself doing a little over 9 miles. And I've gotten really out of shape. I mean, I've gotten to the point where I was in the 260s.
Okay.
So, it was like, wow, holy crap, I did this. And I found that I need to get back to biking. It is so enjoyable to bike. And if you need to exercise, there's no more rewarding other than maybe swimming. I mean, swimming is awesome. But, and it's probably the best form of exercise, easy on the joints. But there is no more rewarding exercise that I've seen than biking because, you get that great uphill, oh crap, that killed me, I went up, and then you get that insane downhill that you just got that wind going, or you get that long downhill.
You get those real long downhills that go like, like a mile. Like a mile's a long way downhill, man. But fucking, there's some places. Oh, I can't remember the name of the road. But there's some places like that where you go up gradually and then it just goes down gradually so long and so far. You're just like, this is like an enjoying. This is awesome.
yeah, and I'll tell you, I was out with a buddy today, and we had this one trail, and at first when we started going on this trail, I was like, oh shit, man, where did you lead us? This is really getting a lot crazy. He's like, man, we shouldn't have went this way, and then like we were both agreeing, like, damn, we shouldn't have went this way. And all of a sudden, I'm like, well, we're this far. He's like, we could go back. He's like, well, we're going this far.
Yeah, I gotta tell you what, man, like. I think it's awesome that you went out and had an awesome day and you got to feel alive again on your bike. I get that. I am not trying to get in shape or lose weight, and I really don't care. So for fun for me as an adult, I would like to drive the fucking bike up the hill, go down that shit, and have somebody else drive the car down, and I could do that shit all day.
I've thought about.
Awesome. I love this shit.
You could. I'll be honest. There is an awesome. I'll be honest. You could technically do that.
I bet there's like places that you could.
No, you could legit have one friend. I'm not even shitting. You could have one friend that's literally. You're gonna get your bike out, all right. And you're probably going to have to wait for him because you'll be down to the bottom in time. But there's a badass carriageway that's just crazy downhill. And I thought about it. That'd be awesome. Like, have a friend with a pickup truck, get down to the bottom, throw it in the back, boom.
You know what, though? That's like 2 steps away from being like, we don't even need hills. Why don't we just get some rope and tie it on the back of that fucking pickup truck? Let's do it.
It's not the same. It's not the same.
You've got 84. Oh, dude, please pull over.
You look down, it's like, there's smoke coming from my axles. That's not supposed to be a sound I'm hearing. Holy shit, that's real. Oh, damn, lost. Oh, we're scraping. Oh, shit.
I don't know. I mean, I imagine, let's say, because I travel about 80 miles an hour on 84.
Yeah.
And I imagine that there are some downhills where a bicycle might make it to 80 miles. I mean, the problem with starting to go that fast is the wind itself starts to get in the person's way, and that slows them down. You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, I don't know. You'd have to go have one fucking monster hill to do 80 miles an hour down.
Yeah, no. I did get up really, I got up to 57 miles an hour, though.
Yeah?
I did. When I was out with, because I had that Toys R Us bike. Now, granted, it was a horrible bike. But it had a lot of speeds, and it was heavy as shit. So, I had one of those speedometers. It was set right. You know, I also had my phone. My phone would tell me the same amount. You know, it was easy to set those to those. Anyways, so I had the thing going down, and it was flying, and I mean, I was going. I thought that my bike was just literally gonna come the hell apart on that shit. But I was going downhill, had it in the highest gear, just pedaling as fast as I could. I was like, oh, holy crap. And it was insane. It was insane. But my suggestion, if you're ever going to do that, try it in a bike with non-studded tires. Because you will, let's just say, it's numbing. That's a lot of vibration. I mean, I don't even think girls experience that with some of the magic equipment they could buy from those stores.
I don't know, there's some pretty heavy-duty shit out there.
That's a jackhammer? Holy shit!
There's some pretty heavy-duty shit out there, dude.
I don't know about vibration-wise, but there's some like, whoa.
No.
Whoa.
There's this shit. I mean, like, it starts to deform and shit because it's vibrating so fucking. They got it. Don't worry. They got it, dude.
Oh, I'm sure, actually, come to think about it. They got everything. Well, let's go on to some other news. It was just really cool to do that biking time with. So, anyways, well, I think we'll make that more, because there's very few topics. So, the cops in southwest England make a winning sandcastle that people are going in uproar of. It was like of a murder scene. I don't know how you can win a sandcastle tournament when, like, you didn't make a castle. You made a dead body and a murder scene. Okay, I understand. You know, that's what you do. But
well,
please.
I would think, you know, I don't know, man. I think I maybe have a little bit of issues with this because I think that primarily what a cop's objective is in that scenario is to keep crime out of people's faces. You know what I'm saying? And you're putting it directly in there. Keep it out of their mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, let's not have that fucking pissed off guy think about going and killing somebody because he walked past your fucking stupid little dead body. Like, that's not a good idea. I think that law enforcement would be like, I don't want to talk about that shit. That's just not cool. Fucking weird.
Yeah.
Behind closed doors, we'll talk. Not out here on the fucking beach.
It was,
you know
it was
like,
crazy.
Know,
it was crazy. You know, the chat's picking up a little bit. Hello again, chat. Hello, how are we doing? It was just like pretty detailed. It was, let's see if I can find that actually. You know, it was pretty detailed though, and I have to give them credit, but I don't know if I'd call it a sand castle. How can you win a sand castle tournament when you don't build a sand castle?
I'm sure there are people making other stuff too.
Okay, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying, how can you do that when you don't? I mean, it's somewhere here. Oh, did you see that girl with the nose? You probably don't, because you don't. But apparently that went viral. The girl with she had her nose on Facebook, and she was doing like the work thing with Rihanna, and she was like, she had a drawn-on woman with a butt and everything, and she was basically making it twerk and work, and it was kind of like, what the hell? That was creative. These kids these days. Okay, there it is. Okay, so we can come on, bring up the picture. Bring up the picture. Okay, so it was on their Twitter, and it's gonna get probably a little loud. Just letting you know. So there you go. There we have it.
I think that's not very good. I mean, I'm not talking about ethically or whatever. I'm talking about, like, I don't think that's a big deal. It doesn't really look like so what? I think a castle would be far more harder. That's just a lump of fucking sand with some fucking dreads coming out of it, a knife in the back, a plastic knife.
Yeah, I know. It was in poor taste, kind of. But
it is in poor taste, especially
they are
coming
the
from
police.
the police. But I mean, it's only because, like, they are like, if somebody else did it.
That's what it was. Yeah, see? Dead woman, sandcastle, and Cornwall police. Yeah, you know what's funny is we live near a place called Cornwall.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying,
this is in a place called Cornwall. That's the sandcastle. It's like he knew about it already because he's from.
If somebody else did it,
the UK.
If
so
somebody else did it,
seen it on the,
if somebody else did it, like a pedestrian did it, people would have a bigger problem with that. They'd be like, "That's not fucking cool." They would, dude.
Yeah, no.
But the police did it, and no, isn't that funny? The police, dead bodies.
I'll be honest. I think though political correctness is destroying. I feel a lot of things that would be very funny to us. Which, damn, you know, why? Why must you do this? Hooray.
Politically correctness.
Politically correctness, yeah. Well, they could have built a huge cock on the beach. Or a cock going into the dead woman. That would have been really messed up.
What's worse, like a dead?
Wow.
I guess.
Oh wow, that would have been messed up. Wow, but yeah. So, it was. I guess it was in poor taste, but they are police. That's their job. Maybe they were just saying,
all
hey.
Right, would it have been as cool? Let's say they put a rape victim out there instead of a murdered body. Now what? I mean, you got panties all tore off the sand thing. You know, where does it end? Where's it end?
Yeah,
that's not funny, right?
No, I mean, no, I understand. I understand completely. Okay, so now that was that.
All right.
But this is the one that really, and then we're gonna get on to gaming because we really don't have much into this. This is something. I guess there's a video of it, but I'm not even gonna put that on here. Okay, but there's a camel got pissed off that its owner left it in the sun all day. Like,
where'd you hear this?
You son of a bitch. You left us out in the sun. You left me out in the sun all day. Well, you know what? I'm gonna bite your head off. You know what? I hate you. I'm gonna kill you. I'm biting your head off. So, we.
I don't.
It happened. It happened. Okay. It happened, and that's all I have to say.
That's all I have to say.
I mean,
Camel bit his head off. All right.
Honk if you're higher than a kite. What? Honk? That's it's just, I guess there's a lot going on. All right. Let's see. Oh no, that was the wrong one. Okay. So have you seen it yet? Did you check it out? I mean, look, it's right here. Look.
They just show a picture of a camel. I want to see a camel biting a guy's head off.
I think they had the footage somewhere. Maybe they couldn't have it on here. I don't know.
Whatever.
Basically, a camel was tied outside the owner's house in the heat all day, and when he remembered to untie the animal, basically the guy, the camel just said, "Chomp, goodbye."
You know, it's funny. Like for the animal to bite the hand that feeds is really.
He said, "Are you sure it was let's see. Are you sure it was being out in the sun that pissed it off and not the lover's quarrel already?" You know, it could have been a lover's quarrel. Maybe it thought it saw its man going in with someone else. But it was like, be a woman with it. Oh my God, that is just wow. There's some crazy stuff in chat. I swear, some of the stuff you read, you just can't even fathom it. So, anyways,
This has nothing to do with anything.
No, it does not have
assholes.
What?
Nothing. Not this.
Anyways, so I guess the temperatures broke past records. So like that camel was out like during some of the hottest times ever recorded. Like, whoa, you gotta be like, damn. And he was just like, "I hate you. I'm biting your fucking head off the second I see you. Fuck you. You left me out here the whole time." You know?
That might not be it, but did you see that shit?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I see. I can't. He's watching.
He picks him up by his head.
Yeah.
He puts his entire mouth in his head, picks him up by his head, and throws him.
I know.
That is hilarious.
I know.
His whole head fits right in the camel's mouth. That's hilarious.
We have someone asking who this is on the left. This is Shawn, a.k.a. Ophidian.
What's up?
Yes.
Are you new to the show? Because this is episode 31.
Yes, this is episode
the whole time.
31. Yes, there's only like a couple episodes you weren't in. So, you know, that means you have to go on the YouTube channel and check some of the old past ones out. They can get all crazy. So, that is Starstruck Chloe, by the way. We've had her on the channel for ages. Probably basically since like the beginning almost.
Awesome.
Just as many of the other people here. So anyways, get back into it though. That was hilarious. As you saw, the camel could just pick that dude up. Yeah. It's like the discus throw. You know,
it's hilarious. You gotta look it up on YouTube. I mean, it's not the same one, but as soon as you put that in, that's what comes up. I mean, it's perfect. Like the way that the camel's head fits right on top of his head, like right in his mouth, and it's like a perfect head yanker. It's awesome. I'm gonna watch it again.
It was funny.
Oh, son of a bitch. Anyway.
See, so now, we were talking. Everyone wants to. You know what's funny is there was a couple of like head people like in the gaming industry, and it says if you're biased towards one system, that you can't stop watching it. I know.
It fits right in his mouth, perfect.
I know.
Totally,
but he goes, basically said if you hate on one console versus the other, you're not a true gamer. And this is actually coming from mouths of not only like head CEOs.
This is like so stupid, man. We do this I don't know how many episodes we've wasted on this whole thing. All right, if I had, we're on this. Which one is better? And that's not the issue. The issue is, okay, like a console owner that this guy has Xbox, that guy has PS4, right? And the guy with the PS4 thinks PS4 is fucking awesome, and the guy with the Xbox thinks Xbox is fucking awesome. And it doesn't matter because when someone has enough money, they're like, yeah, I got them both. Fuck it. And then when they have a PC too, they're like, yeah, I have a PC. I love it. It's awesome. It's fucking great. I fucking whatever. But you know where I am? I'm in my living room right now playing my fucking Xbox. Chill the fuck out. Like, if you had enough money to do whatever, it doesn't fucking matter. I don't have to worry about, did I make the right choice? Do I have the best one? Is this the best one? Fuck it all. Get it all. I can't afford it, but I say, get it all. Fuck it.
Yeah.
You love video games. Don't worry about which one's the best. Just fucking play them all.
So, you know,
oh my god, you know how crazy of a statement that is, and I'm only gonna play with it. I shouldn't even bother with it.
Probably not, yeah.
No, but for real, I mean, because you know what? I'm gonna tell you who came first. Really, who came first? Like, my first video game I ever played, I remember. First video game I ever played, where the fucking thing got right in your brain, like, you fucking love video games now, jerk. It was, I must have been maybe 7 years old, maybe younger. Yeah. And it was at Pac-Man. There was a shopping place called Lloyd's. It was an arcade machine, and I had to get a milk crate to stand up on there. And I played fucking Pac-Man, and that was cool. And then, you know what came down the road? Atari. Atari came down the road, and that was like basically everybody and their grandmother had a fucking Atari. I mean, it was video games where it was born. Atari is pre-Commodore 64. You know what I'm saying? Like, pre-Commodore 64. But, dude, computers took a long time. They surpassed, but it took a long time to even catch up to where fucking...
Yeah, no, I mean, there was a point when, you know, it wasn't like, you know, it was better to have a console. It cost because there wasn't as much for the computers and when the consoles were out. There was a point when consoles were the bomb. Okay, we're at a point now where a lot of people are on PC getting pissed off because the companies are getting lazy. You know, it's one thing when a company encodes it and does it itself and makes the game and then ports it themselves over to a computer.
Like, I mean, to say that someone who plays a console isn't a gamer, isn't a true gamer, is absolutely ridiculous. Like, that's like saying, like, okay, you know all those Super Mario Brothers and Zelda games and shit like that were exclusive for consoles? Fuck them. They weren't on PC. Fuck them. I mean, like, you know, all that fucking fabulous shit that has come out over the decades and generations.
Yeah.
If it wasn't on PC, fuck them. That's a stupid thing to say, dude. Seriously. It is.
So, yeah,
No,
but we can't get hung up on it because it's what it is. It's meant to rile up, you know. But overall, you know, consoles have their place in the gaming world. Consoles have their place in the gaming world. You know, we tend to like PCs better now that we've got PCs. And some people, you know, some people aren't really like that. But, you know, I will say, I think things changed. Basically on the PS3. Not so much 360 as bad.
I think really when 3D graphics started happening, like polygons and shit like that kind of stuff, I think computers started to really step in. But previous to that, like, whatever was going on Genesis and Super Nintendo and all that shit.
Right.
Odds are, I'm sure most of these motherfuckers have had a Genesis or a Super Nintendo. Okay? Whatever was going on at that time wasn't going on PC.
Right.
Wasn't happening. Wasn't happening.
And no, you're right. You're right with that. Whereas the 3D rendering came in, you know, PC
and that changed a lot of things.
Through.
Like, PC started to definitely come through there.
And I think you're right with that as well. And I think also in the sense that we're at a point where games are getting to this crazy, you know, point of graphics that now, you know, and I know we've all, you know, we might as well go into gaming news because we're kind of done with you know, news itself, you know, because I didn't really have much. Just we talked about the camel biting the head off. So
that's hilarious.
So,
you know what? That's awesome. I'm gonna do it again. It's fucking great every time.
'Cause,
he tries to hide around the tree. Like, he sees the camel getting extremely pissed off. I'm getting the fuck out. Oh no!
And he goes, yeah. He does.
I'm getting out of here. Oh no! That's great.
Yeah. That is a great video, and it shows that it can really happen. So yeah.
Sure, I guess the guy's head could come off.
Yeah, the camel bit that shit right off. Like,
I can imagine it stays in his mouth, and the body like flings. Having seen that, it's hilarious.
See, Starstruck Curly said she had both. Overall, regardless, like I said, they had and when they came out with the PC, I think when things also changed for me though is when consoles started needing to download stuff.
I was thinking about that today. When you say, okay, why do these games have to be downloaded onto the hard drive? Like why can't they just be played off the disc now? Like they were always.
Right.
And I think what's actually going on here is that they don't have enough space on the disc to make it that way. I think that these are compressed formats that are getting fucking uncompressed onto your hard drive. I mean,
it could possibly be, but I think it's also a matter of I think it has actually more to do with what it's got to run from it. I think it is the full size on those. I think it's a matter of what it's got to run from it.
Huh.
Because
Could
even
be.
if
I don't know.
that's more the thing. It's basically got to run, games at a higher point now where they can't just run from a disc. Even PC used to be run from a disc at one point.
Yeah, you could do that.
But now everything is like download. So, overall,
Pac-Man for Atari was
I think
terrible.
that's what killed Pac-Man for Atari.
I was just thinking about when I was saying like my first video game, Pac-Man, and the way that it looked and the way that it played was awesome in the arcade. And I was like, this is fucking awesome. And then you got Pac-Man on the Atari. We're getting fucking Pac-Man. It comes with the system. Awesome. That shit was ass. His mouth didn't even like do this. His mouth did like one of these like.
Oh
and the
God,
the maze was like not thought out well.
And it was probably like
it was
slow
horrible.
too.
It was horrible.
It was probably incredibly slow. Wow.
Atari games that I loved, Jungle Hunt.
I never really I wasn't big
Jungle
into
Hunt,
Atari.
no,
If you start talking about the other ones, like I was talking about Elevator Action. Do you remember Elevator Action?
Sure. Yeah. It was an arcade game too, but
there was another one. What was the island game? What was the island game for NES?
Adventure Island.
Was it Adventure Island? Yeah.
With the kid who got on the skateboard and fucking
yeah.
Yeah.
I loved that game, and I always got killed in it. But I loved that game. That game was great.
Yeah, I think the Master System did that game better looking, and I think TurboGrafx or whatever PC Engine, whatever you want to call them, they did a good job with that game too. But yeah, whatever. It's good. Hudson Soft, I think, makes it.
And there's a bunch of there's some consoles I've seen where you can do multiple cartridges into them now too.
Yeah, I at first I thought that those seemed really cool, and they are cool. I mean, I guess the easiest way to do it is
Crash
probably
Bandicoot. Ooh, man, do you remember that? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, definitely I remember Crash Bandicoot. Crash Bandicoot was like this everybody needed a slogan kind of guy. Everybody had to have, like, Sega had Sonic and fucking Nintendo had Mario, and everybody and so Sony was like, well, we need one of those.
Yeah.
Here's Crash. And
it was a great game.
It was okay. It was definitely cool. It was all right.
Little Big Planet. I don't remember if I played Little Big Planet.
I don't think I did.
I don't think I played Little Big Planet. I know, blasphemy, whatever. But I don't think I played Little Big Planet. But Crash Bandicoot was awesome. And, I think I'd like to go back to maybe playing some of those old games, like, with a controller. Like, playing some of those side-scrollers or those, jump, grab this, haha, They were fun.
We can do that.
We can. I know.
We can do it right now.
I know. My point is, I think I just would like to. Maybe I'll stream some stuff like that. That'll be really cool.
I don't know. We'll talk about that off camera.
Well, yeah. I don't know. We'll find out. Anyways, it would be really fun to play some of that stuff again because I think it was really cool and something I don't really play much anymore. Now it's just, it's crazy. We used to get a couple of games. You're like, oh my God, I'm so enthralled in this game. I gotta love it. And now we have I have a library of almost 300, and I'm like, oh, I'll play. I don't know what to play. Yeah, I played that one. I don't know what to play.
Well, arcades are this is why I don't know, the whole thing changed. You can't even change. Like, arcades were the place that you would go to see top of the line stuff. You know what I mean? Like, this is where you would go to be like, hey, my Atari's not doing that, or even my Genesis isn't doing that. My TurboGrafx isn't doing that. I had a Neo Geo, so it kind of was doing that. It was, I guess it was cool while I owned it. I only had 4 games, or $180 a piece.
Oh, geez.
But yeah, stupid fucking. But that was where you would go to see the cutting edge, right? and then it changed. Like what we took home wound up being like better than what you see in the arcades now. You know, like if you go to an arcade now, you'll see what, I don't know, a Dave and Buster's commercial. Basically, that's what you're gonna see. Like kind of stuff that's been around for a long time, dude. It's I don't know. The stuff at home looks better than the stuff in the arcade. So the arcade is like, I don't know.
I think I have over 200 with Sazi's here. All right, I think I have over 200 with his. I think. Anyways,
Well, what do you count as games, man? I mean, like.
What do you mean? What do I count as games?
I mean, like if I gave you.
I mean, that's just on Steam. I have some more.
Like,
I have some more on Origin. And I have some more on Ubisoft. So
you know what it is? I play a lot of retro, so
probably got about another 20.
I think like thousands and thousands of games is what I have when I think like I play retro. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you want to play a Nintendo game? Which one? I got them all. I don't give a fuck. Even the prototypes, the shit that's rare. I don't give a fuck. I got it. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you count those as games? I don't know.
Well, look, this is what I've got. Like, okay, so.
Did you like Super Mario 3?
Yeah, that was awesome.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, if you said you had that on your computer, would you consider that a game on your computer? Fucking A, right?
Guess so. Wait, where are we going?
I'm just saying, man. If you're going to talk about how many titles you have, then if you count, I don't know if you have any emulators, but if you count those, then you have like. Whatever.
Oh yeah, if we counted emulators, yeah, I see what you're saying. Right? If we counted emulators, it'd be like, holy hell!
Hey, I have every arcade
we were talking about just
ever.
Steam. We were just talking about Steam. Josh was like, I have 98s. Fuck you guys. And it's like, and that's with Tetris games included. That's hilarious. Sorry, sir. I'm sorry. You know, but I have a lot of games. What can I say? So, I think with all of them combined, like I have like over 200. Regardless, anyways, I have a bunch of good stuff. You know, but I always sit there and I go, I don't know what I want to play, and it gets annoying. You know, to yourself, you sit there and you think to yourself, like, how can you get so bored with all these games available to you, but yet you do, when so few used to keep you going back in the day.
Well, what would you prefer? I mean, like, games came out not really. I don't know. I think they approached it cautiously. Like, you had like Nintendo's quality seal, whatever the fuck that was, right? I think that was an attempt to stop what happened in the 80s with the video game crash. Like, what happened is everybody was making video games, and most of them were absolute garbage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it fucking. It sucked. You didn't have the internet really there or magazines at the time. All you could do is go to the store and look at the box art and hope the damn thing was good or one of your friends told you.
Yeah, and like, that's kind of like it, you know, don't you hate like looking at a game that looks so good and then you get it and you're just like, what is this horrible? Like the best was still Two Worlds, man. That was the best. Oblivion on steroids. Oh, you know, you've got to have some balls to say that.
Yeah.
You've got to have some balls to say that. I mean, seriously, you really got to have some.
Two Worlds, man. Whatever. Jerks.
Yes, I am wearing an Indoor Smokers T-shirt. Yes. You know what? I haven't even vaped for like a month, so. Hell, it got me off.
Last time he said something, it really hurt his feelings, and he was doing a lot of thinking about it, and he was like, you know, that really fucking hurt me, and I thought about it, and I'm gonna stop.
Exactly. So that's exactly what happened, and
so
now
thank you.
Yeah. So thank you, but truly thank you vaping for making me, you know, realize I don't need to. So yeah, there you go. You know. So anyone can have their opinions about it, but help me quit. Anyways, but back to what we were saying. I mean, some of the old games I really, you know, that I really enjoyed, that I don't really see anymore. You know, I think Xbox is where I really got pumped up on games too. Where I was old enough to comprehend what these were and how awesome they were. And I remember when Xbox Live came out for the first time. And now, computer gaming was there, but I mean, there wasn't tons of people on computers back then. when the first Xbox came out.
Back when I had the first Xbox, I also had a pretty good computer for the time, and I could run just about anything. And I was working in a game store where they let us sign stuff out, and I would just like basically like every game that came out on PC, I'd be like, yep, got it, yep, got it. So it was like I liked them both. I can't say either or. Like I could go on my PC and I could play games like Postal.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna get that on Xbox.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
it's true. But there wasn't tons of people who had them though. There wasn't, it wasn't all over the place like it is now. I mean, now there was tons. There's tons of people with computers, and they're like, we got a game computer. Yeah, it's awesome. Back when the first Xbox came out, it really wasn't big like that. And yeah, you had yours, but a majority of your game playing, for the most part, for anything new, was on the Xbox.
Yeah, no, it was. That's what I'm saying. Is at that time, maybe that affects how I feel now. I don't know, but at that time, I had a computer that I could go to because I still sold games at stores. I could just pick out whatever, and it was gonna run. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna run. Fuck it. So that felt good, I guess, for a while. But even then, I wasn't just hardcore into one. You know what I mean? Like,
no, yeah, and
for some reason, I mean, you can do it technologically. It's not impossible, ever. But for some reason, when my friends are over and we're all chilling, and we're fucking on the couch, and one's on the couch over there, and another one's in a chair over there, and we're playing on a console, or we're playing fucking a little LAN party on consoles, because I like LAN parties on PC too.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like that seems just like a much more chilling environment than when you can do it. It's not. I'm not saying you can't, but when you game PC, I see you game PC.
Yeah.
You're up in that shit. You know what I'm saying? You're up in that shit. You're not like fucking chilling out on your bed with your feet up, fucking eating chips and shit. Like, hold on, I'm fucking.
Yeah, no.
So you can do it,
but you can also do the
just
same with the PC.
You can.
You can get the controller. You could lay back, but when you are on the keyboard and mouse, it is
for the most part, it's in your.
You are right there.
I'm not saying that that's bad. Keyboard, mouse, first-person shooter, much better than a control pad, but it's got this, and you can put a control pad in your computer.
He says, "Look, let's be honest. Let's just talk about Gran Turismo. This is the only reason we are here."
I heard they're changing the name. Didn't you say that earlier, or somebody?
It's not going to be Gran Turismo 7. It's going to be Gran Turismo Sport. So I guess we'll talk about it because I'd like to still go on about other things. But Gran Turismo Sport, okay. Basically, it's coming out in November, and apparently it is the most polished-looking, amazing, holy shit of a racing game on a console to this day.
It should be, because they made people fucking wait forever.
But it's like, this is not, let's see. I guess it's not the racing game that everyone's been waiting for. It's not the one exactly that everyone expected. Basically, you'll be able to earn a digital license that are recognized by the Federation of International Automobile. That it's valid at real motorsport venues in 22 countries. In other words, you take tests in your game and drive a race car in real life. So I kind of like that idea. I mean, that's how they used to be. Am I right?
What are you talking about? How it used to be?
The Gran Turismos, you had the licenses and everything, and you used to get the licenses, and then you'd go and race. It was your career, and you'd gain money. That's how they used to be.
Right.
What, did they take that away? And then they... I'm lost.
I haven't played the last couple of Gran Turismos to remember, really. I mean...
Oh, and this might sound a little crazy, maybe a little dangerous, but no, let's forget about the air. What are we talking? I don't get this. The problem is that there are, gamers, and at this point, okay, I'm trying to understand this. I'm trying to understand what they're talking about here.
I like Sega GT. On whatever. I mean, it was Sega's attempt at a Gran Turismo. It wasn't as good by any means, but it wasn't bad. It was cool. They had this one car. It was a beast.
Oh, that's an actual event. I don't know. Hold on. Gamers never the Gran Turismo 4 has been rubbished in some online cycles for reveal last week. I'm reading off of people, okay? PlayStation 4, Switch, Gran Turismo 6. The videos are holy damn. Wow. I mean, hold on. Maybe we might put a video up. Um,
I hate when they show all the
I don't know.
the actual movie footage.
That
stuff.
looks good, but I don't know what's what.
That looks good.
It looks amazing.
But these are like these are all these like camera angles that make everything look awesome. I want to see gameplay, man. You know.
I think that is what you are. That
These
is
are
what
like
I was
replays.
reading. Yeah. How would you be seeing replays though? The game's not out yet. That's crazy.
Trust me, the motherfuckers are playing it right now somewhere.
No way.
I'm not talking about. I'm talking
No
about like
way.
maybe people that work there or so forth. This could be like an official thing. I don't know. Shit.
Maybe. I don't know. It looks really good. Here's the thing about Gran Turismo's, okay? Apparently, it's supposed to be, you know, better than anyone imagined on how good this damn thing looks. It was one of those, they were saying it looks like GTA 6.5 or GT 6.5. Most photorealistic racer out there, and it is. And it really but people think Drive Club and Project Cars is still beating it.
That's a pretty bold statement. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if
That's a
I'd
pretty
go
bold
with
statement,
that.
dude.
I don't know if I'd go with that.
You mentioned last episode that PC is getting.
Hold on, wait. Yeah, you got a license, but wait. Yeah, you got a license, but not one you could use in real life.
No, I don't think so. That would be ridiculous. Let me drive a race car because I played fucking a lot of PlayStation.
The old ones just had little challenges in the game. There's a license that once obtained in the game, there is a possibility to be invited out to race a real car and get the real life counterpart. Oh!
That doesn't look that awesome, but
I see what you're saying. Okay, so I get it now.
it's a contest.
Not
of sorts.
In a sense, yeah. Like if you're really that good, they can really get you hooked up.
But I mean, yeah, you have to be able to feel the vehicle and how gravity is and what it can take and what it can do.
And
I know
the thing.
Video game is pretty good, but nothing is.
Right, exactly.
Definitely.
Yeah, so it's supposed to. Apparently, they want to keep it at 60 frames per second. They want to keep it as high end as they possibly can. And I don't know how they're gonna achieve it with a PS4. Who knows? You know, could you imagine having a game like that on freaking PC? It would just destroy. Damn. And this is what annoys me. These are the games I'm talking about. Why can't I have a damn like Gran Turismo style or a Forza style where I can put weight reductions, bigger turbos, cooler shit on my fucking car? I've said it many a times and I'll keep saying it. I want games on PCs where I can put cool shit on my cars. I'm tired of this PC games that don't let you do shit.
You're getting Forza. I mean, I'm not saying you're getting Forza, but PC's getting Forza.
Finally.
Well.
Finally.
Okay, so.
But why is it only them? No one else? Make up fake shit. Be like this.
Yeah, I don't know. Like they seem to have a.
Yeah, it's
I don't know, man.
You know, we really gotta have. What's a muffler? What's a muffler?
That must be
company?
some magic shit. I don't know. Maybe they pay.
Magnaflow or whatever the hell.
Yeah.
What is a muffler company?
I don't know. Like a real. I don't know, dude. I haven't played the game.
No, what's a muffler company in real life?
Fucking. I don't know. You tell me.
A Monroe muffler. Fuck it. I don't know.
Okay.
Now I lost track where we're going.
What the fuck was Tommy Boy selling?
So. Yeah, I forget.
Callahan.
Callahan
Auto Parts muffler.
Right.
That's what it is. Callahan Auto Parts muffler.
I'm just saying, you could put anything.
Turbo
it doesn't
vented
need.
Exhaust.
Doesn't
Callahan.
need to be like. Yeah, we've got. Why can't I think of any? We have an STP filter right here.
There have been games that don't have licensing, and you can tell that they totally like tried their best with that. Like.
But they didn't do it with parts. They did it with cars.
Yeah.
Why is the parts thing so hard to do? You know, like, you know what? I got that K&N put in this bitch, and now it runs like a champ. Gets me an extra 20 horsepower.
Well, why do you think that Microsoft brought Forza over?
Because I've told you, and I'll tell you time and time again, I think they're getting away from the frickin' console market. They're pushing everyone to be on Windows 10, and I think they're just like, you know what? Let's let the other people have their consoles. We're going to make a stomping. We're making a stomping on these Windows keys. on these computer parts and all this stuff. Let's go to computer. Let's go back. I think that's what's happening. I think they're saying fuck the computer, the console market.
I don't know. Like, for some reason, in an all-out fucking apocalypse of fucking consoles, I can see Sony bailing out, but I can't see Nintendo bailing out. I don't know what the fuck. Nintendo has, like, always been there, and will probably always be there. Fucking. I don't own a Wii U. I don't want a Wii U. Fucking, I think I have a Wii in my room. I don't fucking use that shit. But
Need for Speed Underground was one of the best for customization. It was really fun back in the day, but now when you play it, it's like, wow, this is horrible.
I think PC had Midnight Club.
Yeah.
And that you could,
but
that was like Rockstar.
It was all like Jap cars and what, like, okay.
It was all Fast and
You
Furious
have to
shit.
understand, all right? In Gran Turismo, you could take a Mitsubishi 3000 GT. I almost went over to that. I don't know why I started talking.
The first
like
Gran Turismo. The first Gran Turismo was the Mitsubishi 3000.
See, you did it too.
Yeah, it happens. It's contagious. You just gave me a little bit of your stroke.
That's what happened. I went to say Mitsubishi and then it was Mitsubishi. Mitsubishi.
You know what it was? It was because all those ecstasy pills had those Mitsubishi symbols on them, and they fucked up our brains.
Exactly.
I never did those.
Nope, just the gangster bitches.
No, just you. Oh, I did the gangster bitches too.
Oh wait, those? Yeah, I remember those. That was pretty good.
Fucking.
So, yeah, and it's just like, it's a next level like thing when you could have this Mitsubishi 3000 GT, and it's just like,
that was a monster.
All right,
it was a
what's going on? Like,
that was the best car in the first Gran Turismo.
It was in the third one, man. You could make it like
a beast.
An all-out beast.
Yeah.
I remember the third
horsepower,
one.
like,
you know what was great to have in the third one? Was what the hell? What was great to have? The Pikes Peak, the Escudo Pikes Peak version J, the Suzuki Escudo Pikes Peak version J. Man, that thing was so fast. It was like, all right, let's go. We're gone. All
right.
It was nuts.
How come nothing has come out that has struck the love of Project Gotham 2? What the fuck was that? That was awesome. That was magic. What was so goddamn awesome about that game?
That game was magic.
It was
and it was something
awesome.
about the early stages of Xbox Live.
Its online community was fucking awesome. It was awesome.
It was. And,
I've never had as much fun.
I remember we had the fun of the cat and mouse.
Game online.
Yeah, I know, and it was all cat and mouse, and it had so much fun. And I remember, like, I was even at a point where I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna dominate this shit." Like, I would get on here, like, I am gonna beat the hell out of these.
Yeah,
people.
It was fun, dude. It was literally head on.
You know
what's
why
cool
it was
is you
good?
could like LAN party and play like online. Like we would have my television and then the living room television, and we would both be playing online in the same race with other people that are online and shit. And we would both be like a pair or a couple, or sometimes there'd be three of us, and we're like doing shit to people. They're like, "How the fuck are these guys do? What? I don't understand what the fuck."
Yeah. See, even he knows the Suzuki Escudo was insane. It was awesome. The Ferrari F35 challenge on Dreamcast. I remember that.
That was
and
okay.
You know what?
It
was okay, but it was cooler. It was cooler in the arcade. Okay? Not many people saw the arcade machine of it. The arcade machine of it was awesome, okay? No other machine had the clutch. None of them had a clutch.
I saw that at an airport one time.
Okay? And that was badass to actually have a clutch in a racing game and a full-on shifter and just beasting out on that thing.
I played some Dreamcast in the last couple of years. I actually pulled my console out. I didn't emulate it.
Yeah.
And, I have access to the libraries like mine, whatever I want to play. And I tried some racing games and stuff, and I love those racing games. But you know what? Man, we got spoiled by this follow-the-line shit. We really did. I mean, back then, they didn't have the line, the suggested line. We did
totally get spoiled by it. We
didn't have any suggested line, and you really had to learn, like, each part of the track. Because now, I mean, I play them with the line on. You can turn it off, but nobody does. Some people do, I'm sorry. But it's just literally like, as opposed to this right here is the part when fucking, in that part right there, you see how it kind of goes like this a little bit? Like, you were really into it more then. It was harder.
Yeah, and wow, what is going on? We got a lot of Twitter action going on tonight. That's good. He says, I saw the arcade version of it and it transitioned well into Dreamcast. It was one of the first games you could change it a lot. You could change a lot of shit
You know
on
what game
it.
I'm nasty at? That the last Outrun they did, it was an
There you go.
Xbox arcade game download. But I think they have it for other things too, like phones and shit. But whatever. I think they have it for PSP. But yeah, I'm nasty at it.
Oh. Yeah. Well, I mean, what was the best? I think the best still was Metropolis Street Racer. Loved it.
Well, it was online. It was on. It was on.
I loved the living shit
what?
out of it. Okay.
It was on the Dreamcast, MSR.
Yeah, it was on the Dreamcast.
But it was just hardcore. Like basically, like take a fucking driving course that like cone challenges. Pissed me off. Something fierce in those games.
Yeah, but they were just so
my
fun. You
God,
kept
they're
going.
so
You're like, I'm
goddamn
gonna get
hard.
kudos.
They're so goddamn hard.
And you were like, racking up kudos. Hit the drift off. It was just awesome. I'd love to go back and play that again.
I have it.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I'd like to play that.
Again, I'm probably gonna emulate that on my computer, but I have the actual console, and like I said, I have access to all the games, and it wound up to be cheaper to get it basically, you know what those EverDrives are? It's like a cartridge. Like if you have a Nintendo and you want all the Nintendo cartridges, you plug like a micro SD into this thing.
Yes.
Okay, so they had something like that. What was I saying?
EverDrive, and they had something like that.
Yeah, before that.
Emulating.
All right.
Dreamcast.
Oh, Dreamcast had this thing that was like, well, obviously it's made by some no-name Chinese company because it's fucking probably illegal.
Yeah, yeah.
But you could put ROMs on a micro SD or something, and then put them in the. There's a port in the back of the Dreamcast that doesn't require any fucking modification at all. It's basically like a flash drive, except it's got a different end. And you put it in there. Oops.
Oh.
You put it in there, and then
Yeah.
fucking you have your game and shit. The problem I found with collecting Dreamcast games. Collecting is what I call it.
Collecting them.
Yeah, yeah. The problem I found with that is there's no way, if you're using the actual console, to get around the goddamn memory card issue.
Yeah, yeah.
That becomes a serious goddamn problem. You're like, hey, look, I've got 500 Dreamcast games. My memory card holds 5. Fuck. Okay, I get another memory card? That's not going to work. I'm not going to keep doing this shit. I would think that there would be some way, but there's not, man. I look, trust me.
See, you know what's so funny is, you know, these guys like to always say, you know, how much they hate Forza. But I'll be honest, I had a lot of fun when he was playing Forza.
I had a lot of fun. Something happened in my life. I don't remember what, and I lost interest in gaming maybe for a little while, and then I didn't go back to it. So,
you know, I think anything associated with Xbox, they just absolutely hate.
I'll tell you what, I'm gaming my ass off the last almost month solid. Like, oh man, the girlfriend's coming over? Shit.
Yeah.
You know, driving home from work. I wonder if that dude got that money in there yet. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
ESO.
No,
I
you've
am
been loving
playing
that
my ass
ESO,
off
man.
on ESO, man.
And you know what? I really almost want to try it again with some friends.
That's what it became when I got past what the game is and just getting down to what the community is and how it works and how people work together or against each other or so forth and so on. Like, then the game really started to open up to me. That's when this is a game
right
with people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like groups of people that are forming up against groups of people and so forth and so on. It was definitely cool to have it get past that. Because it took like a good 15 hours. And I'm like, yeah, I get it. Fetch quest is great. Right? And then I run around and I talk to somebody. Hey, how you doing? That's great. Okay, come on a dungeon with me. That's great. But it wasn't until I got into a guild where we actually started like helping each other out and like whatever, so forth. And that, you know, like that's where things changed a lot for me.
Yeah.
It's cool.
And and now let's see. See, they're going back and forth with the this is better than that and that's better than this. Honestly, they'll just never stop.
I like side-scroll shooters, and like, what's a side-scroll shooter? I wouldn't really consider it.
Well, if Xbox had a game worth playing, my opinion may change. I'll tell you right now, you guys may have hated it, Halo, but when that first 1 and 2 came out, they were amazing, and they got me hooked.
Well, it's not like
games
PC.
that.
PC got Halo. You know what I'm saying? And PC lovers, they loved it too. There were Halo competitions, and they were playing on fucking PC.
No, yeah. I had tons of fun on it. That was an
R-Type, yeah, great side shooter. Very hard side shooter, man. Really hard.
Metal Slug, we've played that.
Metal Slug is awesome. Like I said, I owned Neo Geo. Metal Slug is...
Remember Golden Axe?
Of course I remember Golden Axe.
Oh, we used to play that. We used to play the hell out of that.
But, I don't know. There's a couple of really good ones that... I loved all the Thunder Forces. Those were on Genesis and shit like that, but they were awesome. And then, like Last Resort was on the Neo Geo. There was a lot of good side-scroll shooters, and they just don't really come out anymore.
Metroid was good.
Metroid was, yeah. That's not a shooter. That was like Metroid, Castlevania jammed together, and that like format has been coming out for a long time. Like I forget they have a name for it, like Metrovania or some shit like that.
See,
like
also, you know what I was thinking with
Altered
the person.
Beast, you beat that shit. That came with your Genesis, most likely.
I remember that game. You showed me that quite a bit.
But yeah, you played the shit out of that game because it was your free one, and it wasn't half bad.
Oh yeah, it really, there was a lot of games you even showed me. It was just, it's possible.
I like Space Harrier.
I've never seen that.
Space Harrier is awesome. How could you never have seen that?
No.
Shame on you.
You know, it was a good game. Earthbound.
Earthbound.
Yeah, it was like an RPG.
I remember that. I remember hearing it was really
awesome.
awesome.
Super Nintendo. It was great. Absolutely freaking great. A great game.
I like Strider. I don't know. Strider was really cool, and that came out on multiple things.
Star Fox, I had a lot of fun with.
Star Fox was awesome. And I think the Angry Video Game Nerd or somebody touched on this or some shit. But Star Fox was awesome at the time because like Genesis wasn't doing it.
Even Star Fox 64.
It's okay. It's okay. But I had an Atari Jaguar, and Star Fox came out, and then the Jaguar had like this cybermorph shit, and it was just absolute garbage. But it was like it wanted to be what Star Fox was. It was cool.
And like what were some other big ones? See, now I think I know a reason why I was so big.
You know what I think is awesome to this day? You have a friend over, you start having a few drinks. Mario Kart 64. Fucking fun.
Mario
dude.
Kart
Fucking
just in
fun.
general is fun when you just have some friends and you know what game is not fun though and people like it? Mario Party. Fuck Mario Party.
Yeah,
I sucked at Mario Party and I always lost. And I always be that dipshit who would always play it way better than you. Okay?
I think Dreamcast had a side-scrolling shooter, a legitimate title release. Maybe not more than like 3 or 4 years ago, and it's supposed to be a masterpiece. I forget what the fuck it's called.
See, he says there was only one good game for the 64. No, GoldenEye was
very small.
GoldenEye was the best,
like
and I know that's what you're gonna say. But GoldenEye was the best because everyone played it. But see, as much as you love GoldenEye, and I think it hits on the age difference. The age difference here is why I loved Halo so much is because when Halo came out, okay, me, all my friends around, we all got an Xbox. We were all playing the living shit out of it, and everyone, you screen jargon son of a bitch, blah, 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 and it was just back and forth. It was just so much fun with all the friends, and I think that's something that I have an extreme liking to that maybe some of the other people
64 was a really weird console. Like
how
it looked. First of all, the controller was horrible. I hate that. But besides that, I have it. Like it's whatever. But like PlayStation, I don't know. You didn't play much Ace Combat or something, right? Like I don't think like 64 could do Ace Combat because of the way it was. Like 64 was very heavy on the polygons. Like you could see everything was polygon, and they made things like clearer, but they also made things like blurrier at the same time. Like colors kind of mushed together, as opposed to where I think PlayStation didn't have that great of polygons, but they put more texture on the polygons.
No, I don't know why everyone hated on Mario 64 so much. I had a lot of fun with that game. And a lot of people hated on Mario 64. I don't know why. I thought it was a great game, and to all the hate for it was like nuts.
I could retry it. I don't know. To me, it felt more like a tech demo at the time of what it was. Kind of like how F-Zero. If you ever played F-Zero, like that, like hover racing thing.
Yeah.
To me, those games always felt like a tech demo. Like since Mode 7 in Super Nintendo, like look this is Mode 7, and that's what the game was based on. Or like Pilot Wings. You know, remember Pilot Wings?
Yeah, yeah.
Pilot Wings was like a tech demo, like somewhere in they were like making like, see how it looks like we're in. What are we gonna release with this game? Shit, Pilot Wings. Fuck, I don't know. Wait till somebody comes up with something better.
So it started to spiral down for the most shitty of Mario ever known.
I don't know.
It's not, what? I'm totally lost on that one. There's not okay.
I think my favorite Mario game is probably Super Mario World. Really, it is probably.
1080 on the N64. What game was that? Do you remember?
1080 was like a skateboard game, I think. Whatever.
Maybe. But I remember more on the PlayStation 2 than I do the Nintendo. Conker's Bad Fur Day though. Didn't Conker's Bad Fur? Oh yeah, 1080. Now I remember that. That was a good game. That was a good game. Do you remember it now?
Yeah, and it also reminded me of like Wave Race. I thought Wave Race was fun at the time. Like,
yes.
There wasn't a whole lot to unlock or do or stuff like that, but
it was fun.
Really cool.
You had fun. Those were times you had four fucking controller ports. You plugged all the shit in, and your friends played. Now it's like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna play with you way across the way because we all don't play anymore.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm sorry, man. All those games, they don't make you a gamer. Those were on consoles, dude.
Yeah, right? Yeah,
Fuck,
right.
I'm sorry. All those memories that you have of all those games, and even the ones that you guys are bringing up, you're not a gamer. Well, you guys are, because you guys play PC. I have played PC. But I don't do my PC like you guys do your PC.
Well, you used to. You used to be more enthusiast about it, but money is a pain on it. Look, I just ordered my new, and we've got to start ending the show. See, we can. This is a type of show we need to run more. I think this is what we're gonna do more often, is talk about stuff like this, throw in some news here and there. Obviously more news than we had, but this is great, and I think people enjoy this more. But I just ordered my motherboard. It's a gaming G1 Gaming 7. Wait. Shut up, ready, TeamSpeak is awesome. Wait, I'm lost. I see with that. Oh, it's in the same room. Yeah, but no, that's not what I mean. That's not what I mean. Basically, like everything. There was no cooperative anymore. I feel like the cooperative end is going away. You know, but that's more what I'm talking about. Is like the cooperative side of things is going away. You used to have all these games you could play together with a friend, or you know, there was just so much going on. Like I'm gonna whoop your ass, and it was so less complex than it is today. And I think that's what helps it.
Everything is very competitive now. Everything is very competitive. Like most of the online stuff is like, you know, versus, bam, in your face. There's not a whole lot of like, let's go do something together. It's gonna be awesome. That's not really going on a whole lot, you know. Or even like a campaign that's co-op and stuff. That's not really happening online. No, I think it's a shame, but.
Oh my God, Sods. I guess someone gave me TeamSpeak update news. Okay. But yeah, so I just ordered my G1 Gaming 7 from Gigabyte. I'll tell you, even my friend noticed Gigabyte is stepping up their game, and they're actually getting higher ratings than Asus now, which is kind of surprising because I'm a big Asus fan. I love Asus. But as far as the motherboards, this Gigabyte really shined through, and it has remember Creative Labs? It has a whole Sound Blaster card like built right in it. I mean, those aren't cheap. So I'm really I'm really excited about that. I still need to get a case, and I'm waiting to hear back from someone. I have a feeling. I'm not even gonna jinx it. Regardless, I'm waiting to hear on a case. I got one message back, and I sent them back an address, and I didn't hear anything from. So hopefully I'll hear something from them, or I'll just magically have a case sitting at my doorstep one day for the build. But City Skylines, man, made me do it. Made me upgrade. It's even beating the hell out of my GPU. That game is so freaking intensive, and I play it every night. I might probably even play it tonight after the Back to the Future episode, which is our final episode of Back to the Future. Don't thing. So so he goes, Gigabyte is the lowest on end of the gaming spectrum. You know what? You can have your opinions on that. I'm running more on specs and what ratings have given it. So I always went with Asus, but they kind of just I don't know. A lot of people are not really having as good of a time as they used to. I still love Asus on GPUs though. I use Asus GPUs like no tomorrow. So yeah. Anyways, I got that coming. I think the lowest that I've seen was because I looked at a bunch of them. MSI really didn't really excite me too much, and ASRock seemed really cheap. I don't know. You don't really know much on the new stuff anymore with these things, but yeah. Anyway, so I'm getting that. DDR4 is gonna be coming. Well, not gonna be coming. I have to still find a way to get the money up for the DDR4. That'll be nice, and then I might still have to pay something for the case, so I'm waiting on that. And see, he thinks taking the side of the twisted YouTubers. I can't really find much. There was like one video about it on YouTube, from a guy I watch all the time, but I needed more. I want more comparisons. I went by comparisons. So, and which is cool. I like all these sites that you can actually like compare specs to and go along and like, oh wow, that can do that and this can't. I love that, like the checkboard, the check mark kind of shit going on. Where you hey, this has this and this has that. I really love that aspect of it. And then you see the awesomeness, that it helps you out. So I haven't seen a fucking penny for saying that I have a Gigabyte motherboard. See, exactly. I always, he didn't get shit. But no, I honestly, a lot of that stuff, unless it's like a really big time board that everyone's going crazy about or something like you'll see a lot with this new X99 ROG boards that Asus came out with. You're gonna see them all over YouTube. And granted, there's a couple videos of my motherboard on YouTube, but not really much. So he. I mean, overall though, I still think I'm gonna stick with an Asus GPU, and I want to get a 1070. So hopefully, when I get all this stuff, I can sell my old computer and get my new graphics card and have nothing stand in my way. With a 6700K and a 1070. Apparently the 1060 is going to be VR capable, which for 1060 is probably very cheap in the sense in the realm of probably $170. So, hell yeah.
I don't know, whatever. VR?
Yeah. So, to the 1060 is supposed to be able to run VR. That's awesome. I mean, hell, they're making it affordable. Really, Nvidia is doing a wonderful job, and I can't wait to see what the Pascal technology or whatever the hell that is or maybe that is the Nvidia one, or maybe that's Nvidia one. Whatever the one for AMD, they're like, oh, I can't imagine much is gonna happen with them. Look, AMD is good and all, but when people are sitting there saying, wait, just wait on AMD, you'll be able to get it for like $200 cheaper for the same performance. I highly doubt that shit. That's like saying, yeah, I got an AMD CPU. It's gonna do just as good at that as that i7. Hell the fuck no, it ain't. Look, AMD is great for a budget build and does its job with a lot of things. But you cannot compare that shit to an i7. Maybe a high-end AMD to some of the i5s, yes, but you cannot compare it to an i7. Now here's something crazy. Did you know that they actually kind of took away the 3 and 4-way SLI, which I know we're talking a little more on the computer side, but you know when people have the multiple GPUs in their system and they have like these bridges that go across to connect them all. They're only really doing 2-way, and you need to get a special code from NVIDIA if you're going to do 3 or 4-way for the enthusiast, because there is no CPU on the market. From what I understand, there's no CPU on the market that will not be bottlenecked or that will not bottleneck the GPUs, because the GPUs are so strong at this point. So, yeah. The chat has actually been really fun to watch. But I think it's time we get going, though, because, yes, we have been here for well over an hour. And that's normally not how long we go on the show. So I think we had a good show all around. I think we need to return back to talking about things that we enjoy, and we're not just reading off of a list, because I feel that's the way, and some others feel that's the way the show was going for a little bit, where we're just like, hey, look, I looked up a bunch of shit. Here, you can know about it. So it's good to know that that we got back into this and it was good. I want to... Luckily, I can't purge you. Yeah. So there you go. Awesome. I love when I'm in the true control. So I'll see you all. Have a great one. Thanks all for watching. This has been RSG OTC. See you all next time. Later. And peace out.